Welcome to the Fat Pitch Financials video series. My name is George. I'll be your host today. The very early part of this series, I'd like to cover some investor basics. One of the best places to start is with looking up a company's financial information. The best source of financial information on companies traded in the United States is at the SEC website. Let's go there now. I'm typing in www.sec.gov in my browser, and here we are at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission website. First place I would recommend you going is under Filings. Pick on EDGAR Search Tools. This is a very powerful database that has basically the information of every company that has filings within the United States. The easiest way to start your search is to go to the first bullet here, company or fund name, ticker symbol, search. And it brings you to this company filings search page. Let's try looking for a company name. Here we'll type in Berkshire Hathaway Inc. Berkshire Hathaway's annual report came out this past weekend, and so it might be interesting to look that up. Let's see. Sometimes when you type in a company name like Berkshire Hathaway Inc., you get more than one entry. The easiest thing to do is to kind of look at the name, see which one's closest match, and make sure it's in the location you expect it to be in. And in the industry, we know Berkshire Hathaway runs insurance business, catastrophic insurance business, and so it falls under SEC code 6331. Let's click on the CI. Oh, let me go back one step. To look at the filings, you click on the CIK number next to the name of the company. That brings you to this comprehensive list of Berkshire Hathaway Inc. Corporate filings. The annual report's real easy. The annual reports are 10Ks. We could make sure we only see 10Ks by typing in 10K in the filing type and hitting search. Here you'll see we can see the 2015 annual report and the 2014 annual report. The first thing to do is click on the format documents. That brings you to the traditional form of the annual report. Usually the first item at the top is the annual report or the filing you're looking for, and then the attachments are listed below. Here we can click on the annual report, and here we are. All the details, usually the basic business information at the top. In addition, there's financial information, because Berkshire Hathaway is one of the top companies in the country. It's a large company, and it provides interactive data. We can click on the interactive data tab, and this is a fairly new feature at the SEC website. You come into a tabular layout that lists some company basics. What you primarily want here is the financial statements. Click on financial statements, and to take a look at the consolidated balance sheet, click on the first item, and here we are, the 2014 and 2013 balance sheet. And this information can also be further detailed by hitting the document, and you can also download this information to Excel. Here I just did that. It provided a financial _reports.xlsx, one of the new formats of let's open that up to take a look at it real quick. Yep. Here it actually downloaded all of the annual report financials into one convenient spreadsheet that you can use to analyze. Let's see. And here's the earnings report, probably where you spend a good amount of your time in addition to the balance sheet. Let's close that back out. So that's the basic search in a nutshell. Let's go back to company search webpage. Let's say instead of typing in Berkshire Hathaway, you know a stock symbol for the company. Company like Apple, if you typed it in the company name, you'd get a whole bunch of results because there are a lot of companies with the word Apple in it. But instead, if you type in Apple, under fast search, you can get the Apple filing fairly easily. You get to Apple Inc. Let's say we want to look at the last quarterly report. We type in 10Q into the filing type, hit search, and we can see a list of all the 10Qs. Last one was in January 28th, fairly recently. You can hit the documents, or in addition, you can also hit the interactive data on the same web page. Another great feature that if you're a more advanced internet user is to let's back out one step. If you go back to the main filings page for Apple, you can follow all their filings via the RSS feed. It doesn't look like much in the browser, but you can use this into an RSS reader or email to or RSS to email online service, and you can get updates on the latest filings immediately served to you. I love this feature. I use it all the time. And I'm trying to remember what else I wanted to cover. Another important document to keep an eye out is a proxy. This is often where you get the kind of details that the company doesn't really want everyone to see. They're buried in the proxy statement, like the CEO's compensation package, items that are being voted on in upcoming annual meetings. It's all right here. I would definitely encourage you to look at the proxy statement in addition to the annual report and the quarterly reports. And finally, another item is if you want to see very timely information, the current report, the 8K. Often there are press releases, and this 8K here is not a very interesting one, unfortunately. But this is about a note that Apple issued for financing. But I would, in a nutshell, I would recommend you taking a look at a company's annual report, quarterly report, proxy statement, and keep current with 8K, since they have the latest press releases, and often in the press releases there's information that can impact short-term performance of the stock, and it also can keep you up to date in the latest management moves at the company or technological innovation at that firm. I hope that helps you. Let me go back to the EDGAR search tool. Now there are a couple other items you might want to take a look at. Most recent filings is interesting. If you come to this search method, instead of just getting the a particular company's report, you might want to say look at the latest 10Ks here. Hit retrieve filings, and then you can see which companies have within the past day or so issued an annual report. You can change that to 10Q and get quarterly reports. You can click on this form type link here, and it gives you a comprehensive index to all the different types of forms. I tend to look for I often tend to look at the SEC 13E3. These are going private transactions. They haven't been as interesting as they were in the past. Let me do that search right here. But as you can see, there's only one within the past few days. And these are companies that are planning on going private. There are other unique form types. It's worth going through this list of form types and getting familiar with it. The rarer forms often provide rather interesting information that other investors ignore. So, in a nutshell, I hope this lesson was interesting, and I hope you got a lot out of it. Please stay tuned for the next Fat Pitch Financials video